Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today we are once again, it's that time of the year where it's time to react to my Premier League predictions. So, might as well get straight into it, hoping that I get at least 2 right. If I get 1 right, it'll be a little worse. If I get none right, it'll be horrible. But so far, let's just get straight into it. Before we start off with the actual video, as you can hear, it's raining. It's quite stormy today. But first of all, we obviously have my old intro. This was, of course, made on the 14th of August 2025, just before the Premier League started. I do believe the day before the Premier League started. So let's get straight into it. Let's see what my reverse prediction is. Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today we will be you can't see half the screen though, half the teams. You can't see from Leeds. I can't see Liverpool or Man City. So let's get straight into it with bottom of the league, 20th Burnley. Well, interestingly enough, Burnley came 19th, unfortunately for me. But there's one interesting thing. Is the fact that Burnley could have finished Arsenal bottom of the league on the final day of the season. On the final game of the season, when they faced Wolves and went 1-0 down, they were bottom of the league. So if they had lost that game, they would have finished bottom, and that would already be 1 right. And that's what's so annoying about this. But in fact, I was tipping Burnley to finish bottom for the first time since the 19th century, which is crazy. They were very good in the Championship. Defensively, they were one of the best. Interesting point. I'll get on to that. I just don't think that's going to continue into the Premier League. So I didn't think they would be the best defensively in the Premier League. And in fact, yes, they were the worst, conceding 75 goals, which is 7 more than Wolves. But they did score a lot more goals than Wolves. 19th Brentford. Oh dear. Here's our first oh dear. One Brentford 9th, so 10 places off. But in my defence, as you'll hear, this is because they've lost most of their players. They lost their manager and replaced him with Keith Andrews, who was just the set piece coach, who was not experienced in the Premier League. So clearly, I was thinking, yep, they're going down without really without a fight. And well, no, they did not. No, they did not go down without a fight. And yeah, funny I'd put Wolves there. Instead, Igor Thiago popped up, and all of a sudden Brentford turned insane. Igor Thiago coming second in the top scorers list, only behind, of course, Erling Haaland. To be second behind Erling Haaland in a Brentford team that everybody thought was going down, that's just incredible. Which I think will hamper their progress in the Premier League next season, because they've lost most of their players. Oh, you can see Newcastle. Next, you can now see all the teams. 18th will be Sunderland. Oh dear, this one's even worse. 7th, so 11 places off. think they're gonna survive.
Most people did think that.
But I think they are going to fight with who I've got in 17th.
I believe they would fight with who I've got in 17th. I don't know who I've got in 17th. I can't remember. But Sunderland 18th, and they've qualified for the Europa League in 7th. So that's the worst one so far. 11 off with Sunderland, 10 off with Brentford, and just 1 off with Burnley. So the closest Burnley, the furthest away Sunderland. 17th Leeds. So I was predicting Leeds to be the promoted team that stayed up. They did, but unfortunately for me, they did not come 17th. They came 14th. So not ideal for me.
As I said, I just think Leeds will have enough in their team with Brentford. Unless Brentford bring in recruitment to replace.
Well, they didn't need to really bring in recruitment because Igor Thiago just saw. I think he basically saw. He probably didn't do that, but basically saw that everybody was predicting Brentford to come bottom, or in the relegation zone rather, not to come bottom. Some people might have, some people might not have. Like I didn't, and yeah, so I think that's why. Brentford survived, obviously, because of Igor Thiago's goal. But then Leeds, I was picking for 17th. They ended up 14th. I'm surprised I didn't put Leeds in the relegation zone because of their manager, Daniel Farke. So, yeah.
What they have, and if they do that, then I do think they'll survive and Leeds will go back down.
Yeah. But no. And then Leeds obviously did a good job this season. But I don't know.
I just think Leeds were too powerful in the Championship last season.
Well, then again, Leeds finished with 100 points. Burnley finished with 100 points. Burnley are predicted to come bottom. Leeds are predicted to come top. And they were powerful. They did have a good team. And I think certain signings that they made, like Calvert-Lewin, was an incredible signing for them. 16th.
Despite the recruitment that Sunderland are doing, obviously it worked out for Nottingham Forest. So I don't know, but I think they'll battle it out. But I think Leeds will come out just on top.
Okay. Obviously Sunderland and Leeds didn't battle it out because Sunderland were busy towards the top of the table. Right, the recruitment that Sunderland were doing. Sunderland did some incredible recruitment.
16th, I will have Wolves.
Oh dear. Wolves 16th, no, 4 places off Wolves, bottom of the Premier League. I really wish I would have said Nottingham Forest. So still the worst being Sunderland. Wolves were nowhere near 16th, and of course they come bottom of the league.
16th Wolves, same old Wolves, and now they've lost Cunha, so they could be even further down. And I think once again they will survive.
Nope, they lost the likes of Matheus Cunha, Ryan Aït-Nouri, and then of course they lost It's the Strundler. They lost Strundlarson in January to Crystal Palace as well. Yeah, so pretty much Wolves were a foregone conclusion towards the end of the season. Well, even at the middle part of the season. 15th. When they were just on 2 points. 15th. I don't think it's going to be. It'll be actually. Hovering over West Ham in 15th. Oh dear, 3 places off again. 18th from West Ham. That's because it's Graham Potter's first season in charge. Obviously, it will not be an improvement on last season. No, it weren't. And then Graham Potter was hardly even in charge for it. But, yeah, most people, including me, say it's his fault for the West Ham's relegation. Right. 14th for me is going to be Fulham. 14th Fulham, obviously not. Leeds were 14th. You never know. Everton are still available for 13th. Fulham were 11th, so 3 places off again. Sort of recruitment Fulham have done. Okay. And I think, yeah, they will finish lower than last season. Did they finish lower than last season? 11th. No, they finished in the exact same spot. They finished 11th. I'm on 13th. Please say Everton. 13th. Please say Everton. Oh, no. 13th, Bournemouth. 6th, Bournemouth. I'm 7 places off. Bournemouth qualified for the Europa League. What I've seen them play this season, I just don't think they really have done too much recruitment, and that's why I think they're finished. No, they did do recruitment, quite good recruitment in the end, and yeah, not going to finish 13th. Last season I said they'd push on for Europe. This season they actually qualified for Europe in 6th. 12th, Crystal Palace. Obviously not. Crystal Palace slumped to 15th. And we still haven't even seen Spurs on Nottingham Forest yet. Oh dear. Still Sunderland the worst. But I predicted Crystal Palace to finish 3 places higher than they did. And, well, that did not happen. They finished their last season. Yes, they didn't finish there, but I think they're going to have. They're around that sort of area every season, so it shouldn't be too bad. No. My prediction for 12th once again, Crystal Palace. 11th, Everton. Obviously, Everton finished 2 places lower in 13th. If they had won on the final day, though, they would have finished 11th, and that prediction would have been right, and Spurs would have gone down, obviously. So
Two things could have happened if Everton had beaten Spurs on the final day.
Everton, I think under David Moyes,
And they slumped to 13th.
The top 10.
No.
And I think they will push for that top 10, but just will miss out.
No. Nowhere near. Nowhere near the top 10.
Their new stadium, but I don't know, they could struggle.
10th.
Ground and they're not used to.
It's not going to be the team that I predicted. 10th Man United. Oh dear. Third Man United. That's 7 off. It's the wrong team. It's the wrong team. Predicted Man United to finish third. We still haven't seen them Brighton. So Brighton could be in the right position. Liverpool, Aston Villa, Man City and Arsenal are the other teams that we haven't seen. Of course, Chelsea finished 10th and Man United finished third.
United.
Maybe if they had kept Ruben Amorim, they would have finished there.
I've brought in now a striker in Benjamin Sesko who can score goals, but the rest of their team, their defence, in my opinion, will let them down.
No, didn't really.
So they will finish 10th, but maybe they could put on a couple.
Oh dear, I'm hovering over Tottenham.
In 9th.
9th Tottenham. It's not as bad as Sunderland, which is still my worst with 11. I do believe that can only be bettered now by Nottingham Forest. It can only be worsened by Nottingham Forest now. Spurs 17th, and it could have been 18th, so it could have been 9. Instead, it's 8. So no, they finished 17th, not 9th. So we've still got Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, Chelsea, Brighton, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Man City and Arsenal. And if I predicted Nottingham Forest to finish 4th, which I don't think I've predicted Nottingham Forest to finish 4th.
They've got to deal with Champions League football next season. They've just had to deal with the Super Cup from yesterday, last night, yeah. And they did look good in
Brighton in 8th.
They were on that team. People are saying it's a bottle. Do you guys think it's a bottle? Put that in the comments down below whether they bottled it. And yeah, I think Tottenham in 9th. 8th, Newcastle.
No, not Brighton in 8th. Newcastle in 8th, interestingly. 4 places below, which means now I can only get Liverpool, Aston Villa, Man City and Arsenal correct. Oh dear, this is looking more likely. We've still got Nottingham Forest to come. And we're up to 8th. So we're at least, they finished at least 9 places below what I predicted. They are the final team in the bottom half that I haven't chosen yet. I don't know what's happening there. Oh dear, I've got no internet. So I think I'm going to have to pause it and then try and fix this issue. Let's get back to this. I'm going to go until it starts loading, and therefore I can no longer continue recording it. But hopefully that won't be for a while. Obviously, back to Newcastle in 8th. 4 places lower. Yeah, but he certainly weren't the best player this season.
I think they'll finish 8th.
Newcastle's best player now.
If they do end up not replace him, then I think it's going to be a tougher season, and they could end up potentially having Villa for the first time in a while.
No, they ended up 12th. They did replace Isak. 7th Brighton. Of course, they finished 8th. 1 place lower, and Sunderland finished 1 place higher than them.
And 7th, and the reasoning behind this is they did decent. They got all decent young players.
Decent young players. Interesting.
New players. 6th, I think, is going to be Nottingham Forest, and they will miss out on Champions League football.
Oh dear. 6th. No, 16th for Nottingham Forest. Unfortunately, that is wrong by 10 places. So that's my joint worst with Brentford. My joint second worst with Brentford, with Sunderland being my worst. And now that that's out the way, there's only 5 teams remaining, which are Liverpool, Aston Villa, Man City, Arsenal and Chelsea are the 5 teams remaining. Let's see how far we can get into.
I mean, they could be lower because they've lost their best player from last season.
No,
I think
they were lower. And there we go, it started loading, so I'm going to have to pause it for now and then hopefully at some point come back to it. Let's get back into this video now that the internet has back on, the electricity has come back on. So we've still got 5 teams left, and the only one that can't be in the right position at the moment is Chelsea. But let's just see what happens.
they're obviously going to be in the Europa League next season. I think they will try to push the Champions League, but just miss out because they're not in the Europa League.
No, in fact, Nottingham Forest did not push for Champions League. They were down near the bottom and could have easily been relegated with results going against them. So for me to get 5 right, obviously Chelsea need to be in 3rd, with Villa in 4th, Liverpool in 5th, Man City in 2nd and Arsenal in 1st. Who's next?
5th, Aston Villa.
5th, Aston Villa. Of course, they finished 3rd. They finished 4th, so I'm 1 off again. So not the way things were supposed to go there.
Now, Aston Villa have been an excellent team for quite a few years now. I think they'll continue that.
And they did.
Will be back into the Champions League next season.
And they could have been in the Champions League by 2 ways, because they also won the Europa League, of course, Liverpool. If Aston Villa had lost and Liverpool had won, I do believe Liverpool would have jumped them. So that would have been the only way. Aston Villa were going below Liverpool.
Now, 4th might be controversial. I've gone for Arsenal.
4th, Arsenal. It gets worse for Chelsea, and now it's bad for Arsenal. They finished 1st. And I'm 3 places off, which means the only team that can be in the right position is Manchester City. Come on, I have to get one. Please tell me I put Manchester City 2nd and not Liverpool or Chelsea. Please.
This is a classic Arsene Wenger position for Arsenal. But I think Gyökeres could struggle
in the Premier League next season.
Well, he did. He did struggle in the Premier
That's
League.
why I think they'll finish lower.
It's always honesty.
Because he's going to have to get used to Premier League football. That's the same with Sesko. True, it's the same with other players as well, like
Ekatike. I'm seriously talking about Ekatike having. Oh, I did put Chelsea third in the end, so 7 positions higher than they actually finished in 10th. So I put Chelsea. That is actually. So if I had swapped Manchester United and Chelsea round, I would have had 2 right. Therefore, the top 2 spots are reserved for Liverpool, who finished 5th. So I'm either 3 or 4 off. And Manchester City, who finished 2nd, so I'm either 1 or have 1 correct. And I really hope.
This is because they won the Club World Cup. They're looking like a good team.
They won the Club World Cup. And then
Good.
Cole Palmer had an awful season, to be
Manchester
honest.
City.
Yes, I've got 1 right. Manchester City in 2nd. Fortunately, that does, of course, mean Liverpool are 1st, which means they're 4 off. But I've got 1 right. Manchester City have come in and saved me from getting 0 right.
I think they will narrowly miss out on the title, but they will push Liverpool all the way. But I
No,
just think Liverpool have that little.
they pushed Arsenal all the way. Not Liverpool.
Will be much better season for Manchester City. And last season, of course, champions Liverpool. They've brought in so much recruitment. I don't see how they.
So they've brought in so much recruitment. The best player out of that recruitment was, of course, Hugo Ekatike. They finished 5th. Ekatike, I'm pretty sure the goals just dried up towards the end of the season. And then Isak, 125 million. They brought him in, and he was useless. And Wirtz, well, he has literally been a ghost. He's literally been a ghost in that Liverpool side. So literally, that's horrible.
I mean, unless City once again do what City do and deny them the title again, I think they have the edge over City
No,
this season.
they didn't.
Anyway, guys, that is going to be.
And that is it. We're going to have to end it here. And we got 1 right. Manchester City has come in and saved me from a humiliating 0. So we could have got 2 right. If Wolves had just won on the final day of the season, we would have had 2 right. So, anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. If you did, absolutely destroy that like button and subscribe down below. And don't forget to check out one of the videos on screen now, or the link to my brother's channel. And goodbye. Right, I'm back.